Have you ever thought about where your water comes from? For over 1 billion people in South Asia, this isn't just a simple question. It's a complex web of politics, geography, and survival. Today we're diving deep into the turbulent waters of South Asian water politics. Picture this: massive rivers, born in the majestic Himalayas, flowing down through multiple countries, sustaining millions of lives and economies. These are not just rivers. They are lifelines. The Indus, the Ganges, the Brahmaputra, their names echo through history, sacred and essential. But in the modern world, they are also at the heart of intense political disputes. Let's start with the big players: India, Pakistan, China, Bangladesh, Nepal, and Bhutan. Most of these shared rivers originate in the Tibetan Plateau, controlled by China. This gives Beijing immense leverage as the upstream nation. They can build dams, divert water, and potentially control the flow downstream. This is often called the water tap theory. While China maintains its projects are for clean energy and don't harm downstream countries, the lack of transparent data sharing agreements creates a lot of anxiety, especially for India and Bangladesh. Imagine not knowing if or when your water supply might suddenly decrease. It's a source of constant tension. Then we have the classic rivalry between India and Pakistan, centered on the Indus River system. This one is a fascinating case study. After the partition in 1947, the border lines were drawn right through the Indus Basin, leaving India in control of the eastern rivers and Pakistan heavily dependent on the western ones that flowed through India first. The potential for conflict was huge. But in 1960, with the help of the World Bank, they signed the Indus Waters Treaty. This treaty is often hailed as one of the most successful water-sharing agreements in the world. It has survived multiple wars and decades of hostility between the two nations. However, it's not without its challenges. In recent years, tensions have risen, with some voices in India calling for the treaty to be reconsidered. Any disruption to this agreement could have massive consequences for Pakistan, which is one of the most water-stressed countries in the world. Its agriculture, its economy, its very stability relies on the Indus. Let's move east to the Ganges and Brahmaputra rivers. Here, the main story is between India and Bangladesh. Bangladesh is a delta country, a land of rivers, and it's located at the very end of the line for these two massive river systems. It makes them extremely vulnerable to decisions made upstream. For decades, the Farakka Barrage, a dam India built on the Ganges just before it enters Bangladesh, has been a major point of contention. During the dry season, the dam can reduce water flow into Bangladesh, affecting agriculture, fisheries, and even leading to saltwater intrusion in coastal areas. In the wet season, sudden releases of water from India can cause devastating floods. The two countries signed a treaty in 1996 to manage the Ganges, but disputes over other shared rivers like the Teesta remain unresolved. For the average farmer in Bangladesh, these high-level political negotiations directly impact their ability to grow crops and feed their families. Now let's not forget the smaller Himalayan nations, Nepal and Bhutan. They are often called the water towers of South Asia because of their massive hydropower potential. They have abundant water resources but lack the capital and technology to develop them fully. This creates a dynamic where they are reliant on their bigger neighbors, India and China, for investment and as a market to sell their electricity. While this creates economic opportunities, it also means navigating complex power dynamics. They have to balance their own development needs with the geopolitical interests of the regional giants. It's a delicate tightrope walk. But the politics isn't just between countries. It's happening within them too. In India, there are long-standing disputes between states over river water, like the Kaveri River dispute between Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. These internal conflicts can be just as fierce, involving protests, legal battles, and deep-seated regional identities. As populations grow and cities expand, the demand for water is skyrocketing everywhere, putting even more pressure on these already strained resources. And then there's the looming shadow of climate change. The Himalayan glaciers, the source of these great rivers, are melting at an alarming rate. At first, this might mean more water flow, leading to more intense floods. But in the long run, it could mean a severe reduction in water supply, turning a problem of sharing into a crisis of scarcity. This will undoubtedly intensify every single political issue we've just discussed. So what's the way forward? The solution isn't simple, but it starts with cooperation. We've seen with the Indus Waters Treaty that even arch rivals can find common ground when it comes to a shared resource as vital as water. The future depends on strengthening these existing treaties and creating new, more comprehensive ones. This means better data sharing, joint management of river basins, and focusing on mutual benefits rather than a zero-sum game. Investing in more efficient water use like drip irrigation and rainwater harvesting is also crucial. It's about managing demand, not just fighting over supply. This isn't just a job for politicians and diplomats. It's about scientists, engineers, farmers, and citizens working together. The story of South Asia's water is a story of shared destiny. These rivers don't recognize our borders. They connect millions of people in a shared ecosystem. How these nations choose to manage this shared lifeline will not only define their relationships, but also determine the future, peace and prosperity of the entire region. Thank you so much for watching. What are your thoughts on how to solve these complex water issues? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video insightful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the issues that shape our world. We'll see you in the next one.